Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared12 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare aircraft tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be going ahead and building the MiG Project 1.44. The MiG Project 1.44/1.42, known by the native reporting name of Flatpak, was a technology demonstrator developed by the MiG Design Bureau. It was the Soviet Union's answer to the U.S. Advanced Tactical Fighter, incorporating many fifth-generation jet fighter aspects such as advanced avionics, stealth technology, super maneuverability, and supercruise. The design's development was a protracted one, characterized by repeated and lengthy postponements due to chronic lack of funds. The MiG 1.44 made its maiden flight in February 2000, 9 years behind schedule, and was cancelled later that year. So yeah, the Project 1.44, or known simply as the MiG 1.44, was a very interesting aircraft. Kind of a competitor, I would guess you can say, to that of like the F-22 Raptor, and possibly even the F-35. But it was a project that only one actually full model was completed, and there were a couple other airframes that they were working on that were in various stages of development when the project was canceled. It's a pretty interesting aircraft. Definitely has that modern, kind of sleek and stealth look to it. And really, the design's kind of grown on me. It's not too bad of a designed aircraft. It actually looks pretty clean, but, it just, unfortunately, project canceled. We don't get to see much more from that. Now, the color in the design we have in front of us is based off of the one existing model. And this is basically what I imagine they would probably have looked like if they did enter full scale production. Granted, obviously things could definitely change, but this is just what at least what the current design, or the design that's only available, is mocked up to look like. Before we go ahead and dive into this tutorial, though, I do want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel more, you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description, where you can go and put a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a viewer request you're choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, link for that is down in the video description. With that, though, let's go and dive in here to take a look at the MiG Project 1.44. So, going ahead and getting started with, we have the nose of the aircraft here. It's got a very interesting front to the aircraft. It's a very wide, a very wide nose in comparison to other aircraft, but still pretty cool. I do think the nose looks pretty cool. We have some instruments on the front here, basically just the front design, all that stuff. And the cockpit located right here. The whole underside of the aircraft is that kind of pale blue color that the Russians love to put on their aircraft on the undersides, and quite frankly, I think it looks really nice on their aircraft. But yeah, we have that all in there. We do have a landed and in-flight version available for this, so those will both be available in this tutorial. We have obviously the wings here, pretty large wing base, pretty large aircraft just in general, the vertical stabilizers, and then we have the two engines here on the back. But overall, pretty cool aircraft. We do have some pylons on the wings, but since this was never tested with armaments actually on the aircraft, we don't know what exactly would have been used and if it would have been the exact configuration. So I decided to leave them off, especially since this is more of just a technology demonstrator at this point in time. Felt it would be better off just sitting here as without any weapons and stuff like that, as that's basically what it does now. If you do want to actually add weapons to it, and there's plenty of tutorials where I do put weapons on my aircraft, so you can always take one of those, for example, and put some weapons on it. But just for the sake of this tutorial and for this build, we will not be doing any weapons on them. And here is the in-flight model as well. Again, very nice, sleek-looking aircraft, and that's pretty much it. So with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our tutorial now by going ahead and beginning with our first layer. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our tutorial here, we'll be going ahead and starting with our first layer, which will be layer number 3. Now we're starting with layer 3 because we get a better basis of the aircraft built, and it'll be kind of easier to build upon this with basically the other layers. One thing I do want to mention is if you're completely new to my aircraft tutorials, the way I like to structure these tutorials, I like to do half on camera, half off. What this means is I'll be building the entire center line of the aircraft and then the right side. Since this aircraft is completely symmetrical, whatever we do on the right side will be transferred over to the left side, and you will pretty much be good to go. And once we kind of get through the first few layers, it should make a little bit more sense as to what we're doing. But yeah, it just makes it a little bit easier to complete the tutorial and all that. With that also, I want to go ahead and mention that if you do want to build the landed version of the aircraft, that will be available as a modification at the end of the video. To make sure you have this correctly positioned height-wise, you want to make sure that this is 4 blocks up from the ground level. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks of space between our ground and this layer here, layer 3. Very important to make sure that's correct, because obviously your aircraft is not going to sit properly when we go back down the landing gear. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to be going ahead and using some cyan concrete here, and we want to go ahead and place down a row of 25. That's going to go down the center like so. After you have that row of 25 going toward the direction you want the front of the aircraft, which we're going to have face that way, we're going to place down a row of 7 of these prismarine brick slabs, followed by a warp trapdoor and then a dark oak trapdoor like so to close out the front. Going to the rear of the aircraft, we're going to place down a prismarine slab, or prismarine brick slab, and then we're going to place down 3 polished blackstone top slabs. After that, we're going to go ahead and go back up to the front. We're going to place down 2 warp trapdoors to come off these prismarine slabs, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 prismarine brick slabs, followed by 7, 8, and 9. So in total, you're going to have 9 of these prismarine brick slabs going back. We're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 of our cyan concrete back. We're going to go ahead and place down 2 gray concrete, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 polished blackstone top slabs, and then a dark oak trapdoor on the end there. After that, going back up to the front here, we're going to place down a warp trapdoor coming off this third one, then a second, and then a third trapdoor. We want to go ahead and place down a prismarine brick slab like this. We're going to follow it up with a prismarine brick stair, and then a corner stair, like so. After that, going back from the corner stair, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of cyan concrete. It's going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 cyan concrete blocks back, followed by a prismarine upside down stair, and then we're going to place down a polished blackstone upside down stair after that. We then want to go and go back with 2 polished blackstone top slabs. With that complete, going back up to the front and out to the sides here, we're going to go ahead and go to our 4th cyan concrete block, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Our 4th one, we're going to place on a cyan stained glass pane to the side, and we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So you should have a total here of, 14 glass panes in total. We then want to go ahead and grab our warp trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 warp trapdoors back. Our next row, we're going to go ahead and go off the second glass pane here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 warp trapdoors along the side here. And double checking our count here, we have 25. We're going to go back to the third one, and we're going to place down a row back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23 of our trapdoors back. We're going to then go back off the second one here. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 of these trapdoors back. We're going to go then place down a prismarine top slab, and then we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 cyan concrete back, and then 1 and 2 warp trapdoors back. Once we have that done, we're going to place down a warp trapdoor coming off the third one here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 trapdoors back. Our next row here is going to be 1 out to the side here, the second one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 trapdoors back. We're going to place down another warped trapdoor that's going to be coming off the third one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 6 and 7. And then at this point, we want to go ahead and grab some prismarine walls. We're going to place down a row of 4 prismarine walls. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1 and 2 light gray stainless paints back, like that. Next row is going to be a warp trap door, which is going to be coming off of this one right here. So the second one. So we have warp trap door. And then we want to go and then go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after that, we want to go ahead and then grab ourselves some acacia wood trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2. And after those acacia wood trapdoors, we're going to place down 1, 2 warp trapdoors after that. Next row is going to be a warp trapdoor coming off the third one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 2 acacia wood trapdoors, and then 4 more warp trapdoors going back. Like so. And then out to the side here again, we want to go and grab a light blue, or cyan stained glass. We're going to place down 2 cyan stained glass paints coming off those 2 blocks there. And then we're going to go and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prismarine walls back, and then another glass pane there on the very end for our pylon. We're going to then go off of this wall right here. We're going to place down our warp trap door, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 back. Then our next row is going to come off the second one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back like so. Then grabbing dark oak wood trapdoors, we're going to place down a row of, it's going to come off here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3. And that right there will basically finish off our kind of extensions there for the wings out to the sides. And taking a look at it from above, as we should have for the top-down view. You'll take what we did on the right side here, copy it over to the left side. Again, both sides are completely symmetrical. So whatever you do to the one side will be done to the other. And with that all complete, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 3. And with that, we'll drop down to layers 1 and 2. Before we go ahead and move into layers 1 and 2, I do want to go ahead and also mention that for layer 3, we do have the numbering on the side of the aircraft. Now this is 144, which stands for Project 1.44, which is the number that is on the intake here for the display model, or the only version ever built. So what I did here is I used cyan banners, and I used basically blue dye to make the letters here, or the numbers here. And I'm not going to go into specifics of how to make them, because they're pretty straightforward to do, and there's plenty of tutorials out there. And if you do want to do a different number for the aircraft, you're definitely more than welcome to. But again, this is based off of the one technology demonstrator that is available. So yeah, just wanted to cover that real quick, and that's going to go on the side here of the aircraft. And for example, on the other side over here, we have 144. So that's what it should look like so on the side of the aircraft. Anyways, with that all squared away, let's go ahead and move into layers 1 and 2. Alright guys, so moving into layers 1 and 2, pretty simple stuff. We're basically just going to be adding on to the bottom here of the fuselage here for the aircraft. To go ahead and get started with though, we're going to go ahead and begin with by going ahead and going to our second cyan concrete full block. And we're going to place down a prismarine brick slab going down from it. We're going to go ahead and then place down a piston for us Java players. If you are not on Java, instead of a piston, I would recommend using a prismarine brick upside down stair, which would be facing this direction like so. But since we are on Java, we'll place down this piston, and you'll see why a little bit later. After that though, we're going to go ahead and then place down back from the piston 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cyan concrete blocks. And on our first 4 cyan concrete blocks, we're going to place down 4 warp trapdoors on the bottom. After those concrete blocks, we're going to place down 3 cyan shulker boxes upside down like so, and we're going to place down 3 buttons on the bottom of those shulker boxes. We then want to place down a row of prismarine brick slabs going back. This row here in total is going to be 9. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4 warped trapdoors going back, and that right there will bring us to basically our completed center line. Moving out to the sides here of the aircraft, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a row of concrete, or rather first a warp trapdoor here, and then one on top of it, like so. We're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block here. Underneath the black concrete, we're going to place down a warp trapdoor. And then going back from that, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4 cyan concrete blocks. On your first block here, we're also going to place down a warp trapdoor. And then going to the back here, we want to go ahead and place down a black concrete block here. And we're going to go then place down a prismarine brick slab. And underneath the black concrete and the slab, we're going to place down warp trapdoors. Going back from the slab, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 brick slabs back, and then 1, 2, 3 warp trapdoors after that. Going out to the sides here now, we're going to go ahead and place down a prismarine slab, top slab coming off this stair here, and then we're going to place down a piston like this, or a prismarine stair depending on your version. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6 cyan concrete blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down a prismarine brick stair here, and then one stair like that angled coming off it. So you have a corner stair, and then you have a normal stair like that going back. After that's all complete, we want to go ahead and place down a warp trapdoor on the side of this block here, and then we're going to place down 2 cyan stained glass panes going forward, like so. And that'll be done there for both sides, and that really is going to pretty much complete what we have there for the fuselage of the aircraft. At this point in time, for us Java players, we'll type in the command /give at p Minecraft :debug _ stick. By pressing enter, we'll get this glowing stick here. We can then go to the pistons, left click the pistons until we get selected extended false pop up, and we'll then right click each piston to get rid of that wood portion. It kind of helps with the slope there for those front intakes there. With that all complete, that's it for the fuselage, and we'll go ahead and now work our way out to the kind of outer wings here. Now these outer wings are pretty simple. We're going to be going ahead and basically just building onto the vertical stabilizers, which are going to be a prismarine brick slab here on the back. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, and 3 cyan concrete blocks forward, another prismarine brick stair here, prismarine top slab, and then a warp trapdoor going back from it like that to go ahead and make those vertical stabilizers there. And with that all done, that right there is going to basically complete what we have there for layers 1 and 2. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving on up to our next layer, which will be layer number 4. So before we go ahead and move up from layers 1 and 2, I do want to go ahead and mention also this section right here, which I did forget to do. This is going to be coming off these stairs here, and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 of these prismarine brick slabs back, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 warp trapdoors back. So make sure you go ahead and throw that on the bottom here. Again, this is from layer number 2 here, so layers 1 and 2. This section here should be thrown onto the build. So make sure that gets transferred over, as I accidentally did miss that earlier. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 4. For layer 4 to begin with, we want to go ahead and start off by placing down a gray concrete block on top of this dark oak wood trapdoor, as well as a polished blackstone slab coming off and going forward. We're going to go ahead and place down an end rod and a chain to go ahead and make the front like so. Going back from this gray concrete block, we're going to place down a row of stone, which is going to be a long row. This is going to go back a total of 36 blocks. So again, this block here, going all the way back, we have 36 in total. We're going to go ahead and place down a gray concrete block, black concrete, polished black stone wall, and a black stained glass pane like that to go and finish that off. Our next row here, we're going to go back up to the front and start working our way out to the side. We're going to place down a gray stained glass pane here, an andesite wall back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34 stone blocks back. When you get to this point, you can kind of pick and choose what kind of engine you want to make here. So, for example, if you wanted the aircraft landed and the engines turned off, you can very simply just go ahead and grab yourself some or a block of coal, and place down a block of coal like so. You can also place down a stone bun on it too if you want to add a little bit more to it. So like that. If you do want the engine turned on and the aircraft flying, we can have the shroom light, but we'll place it here instead of that block of coal, and then a orange stained glass pane. Kind of depends on what version you're going for. You can have the engines on and flying, or if you have this aircraft parked, then you can have the engines turned off. For us though, we'll go ahead and keep the engines on with our shroom light and our orange stained glass paints. And that's going to do it for that row. Going ahead and going back up to the front, we're going to go out to the sides here again. This time we're going to go ahead and place down a birchwood sign right here, then a light gray stained glass pane after that, and then we're going to place down 2 andesite walls back. We then want to place down 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29 stone blocks in total. Let me go and just double check our count here. And we do have 29 in total back. Then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 gray concrete, black concrete, polished black stone wall, and black stained glass pane to go ahead and make our finish off our engines there. Going back up to the front, we're going to place down 2 birchwood signs coming off these 2 stone blocks. We then want to place down a iron trapdoor, like so, and then we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 andesite walls. Coming off these 4 andesite walls, we're going to place down 4 iron trapdoors. We then want to go ahead and place down 1 iron trapdoor, come off the second from front iron trapdoor, and then we're going to place down 3 more back, so you have a row of 4 there. We then want to take our first off our iron trapdoors, we're going to place down a row of 3, and then 2 dark oak wood trapdoors on the very end there. So it should look something like this. And let me go ahead and edit this because this right here is incorrect. So it should look like that on both sides there. Now going ahead and going back from the wall, we're going to place down a light gray stainless paint, and then a andesite wall, and then switching back to our stone full blocks, we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone full blocks back. We're going to go then take our stone stairs, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 stone stairs back, and then taking our stone slabs, we're going to go ahead and also go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stone slabs back like that. After we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then place down a iron trapdoor here, then a daylight detector, turn that to night mode, and we're going to go and then take stone slabs and just place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And we're going to go ahead and stop at 21 back. So again, let me double check my count here. And we have 21 in total. We're going to go ahead and grab a polished blackstone stair. And we want to place down a stair like so. Going back from it, we're going to place down 1 and 2 stairs. So you have a corner stair, 2 normal stairs, and then a polished blackstone slab like that back. We're also going to go ahead and place down 2 polished blackstone slabs here, and then taking our stone slabs, we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and 21 stone slabs forward. We're going to place down an air daylight detector, turn this to night mode, and then the iron trapdoor, like so. Come off the side of the daylight detector, we're going to place down an iron trapdoor, and our daylight detector turn to night mode, and we're also going to place down a polished andesite slab back from that daylight detector. We're going to take our stone slabs, we'll go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11 stone slabs back. We're going to go and then switch to our stone full blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone full blocks back, followed by a signed concrete block, and then a skeleton skull coming off that block like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go to our next row, which is going to be a iron trapdoor come off the side of this block here. And we're going to go then place down just a polished andesite slab behind that iron trapdoor. We're going to go then take our stone slabs. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stone slabs back. And then we're going to go ahead and place down 1 and 2 polished blackstone slabs. Or sorry, actually 1 polished blackstone slab and then a dark oak wood trapdoor. Next row is going to be an iron trapdoor here. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a daylight detector, turn it to night mode, and then a polished andesite slab directly behind that. We then want to go ahead and go back from this with stone slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Polished blackstone slab, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor. Our next row here is going to be a iron trapdoor here, and then a polished andesite slab back from that. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks, or stone slabs, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A polished blackstone slab, and then a dark oak wood trapdoor coming off that slab. After that's done, we're going to go and then place down a iron trapdoor here, followed by a daylight detector, turn it to night mode, and then a polished andesite slab after that. We're going to go and then take our stone blocks, we're going to go and go back a total of 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we want to go and then grab our red nether brick. We're going to place down 1 and 2 red nether brick slabs, and then 2 stone blocks, and then a polished blackstone slab, and a dark oak wood trapdoor. Our next row here is going to be a iron trapdoor here, and then a polished andesite slab, 2 stone slabs back, 2 red nether brick, then 1, 2, 3 stone slabs, and then a daylight detector here, turn to night mode on the end there. Next row out to the side here is going to be an iron trapdoor. That will be coming off of this polished andesite slab, a daylight detector turned to night mode, and then a polished andesite slab after that. We're going to go and then take our stone slabs, go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an iron trapdoor here on the end. Next row will be another iron trapdoor here, polished andesite slab, 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks, and then an iron trapdoor here on the end. Then another iron trapdoor, daylight detector, turn to night mode, polished andesite slab, and then 2 more stone slabs back and an iron trapdoor. And then lastly, kind of coming to our tip of our wing here, we're going to place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this one, then 2 polished andesite slabs, and then a daylight detector, turn to night mode. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor here on the front, and then 2 daylight detectors back, which will also be that night mode like so. And then on the very end here of the, or on the, I should say, the side of this daylight detector here, we're going to place down a end rod facing backwards like so. And we also want to go and take some birchwood signs, and we're just going to place down a row of birchwood signs on the side here of these stone blocks. So just like that. And that right there will pretty much finish off what we have here for layer number 4 for the build. As you can see, you really start to have the shape come together for this. And this is basically what it looks like for the top-down view with both layers complete, or both sides complete and transferred over. Again, here's some side views and all that stuff, and you basically have the wings, which are kind of the longest and most tedious part to do for the aircraft, complete. With that though, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, which will be layer number 5. Moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to go and place down a dark oak wood trapdoor on top of this stone block here for the front, followed by a polished black stone slab, and then we'll place down a piston here, followed by 2 polished blackstone full blocks. Instead of the piston, you can also place down polished blackstone stair instead. That's also a decent alternative to the piston here if you're not on Java. After that though, we do have the space where the cockpit would sit. Since we're not going to be doing an interior for the build, I just went ahead and closed this off with black concrete, but you can leave the space open if you do want to add a little bit of an interior to the build. But again, I'll be closing this off with black concrete. After that, we're going to go ahead and go back from the black concrete with stone full blocks, which are going to be a total of 14 stone blocks back. So just like that. Then after that, we want to go ahead and then take our pistons. We're going to place down a row of pistons. So this is going to be a row pretty much going all the way back here. Again, these could be stone full blocks if you do not have access to the debug stick here. But this row right here is going to be a total of 14 blocks in length. Again, you can use stone full blocks instead as an alternative, though you do miss out on the slight slope that the spine of the aircraft does have. And then we'll place down a polished blackstone, or sorry, not a polished blackstone, but a wither skeleton skull on that wall right here on the very end. After that's done, go back up to the front. We're going to work our way out to the sides, but place down an iron trapdoor here, a stone slab, a polished blackstone stair, and then a polished blackstone full block. We're going to place down a second polished blackstone full block, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone full blocks back, followed by 2 stone stairs, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stone slabs back, 2 polished blackstone walls, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone slabs back, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polished blackstone slabs, and then a dark oak trapdoor on the end here. We're also going to place down buttons here on top of those 2 gray concrete blocks like so. After that's all done, we want to go ahead and then go back up to the front here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull on top of this wall here at a slight angle, and then 1 skull back from it on top of that wall there. 2 stone slabs back, 3 stone stairs, a stone brick stair, a stone stair, and then we're going to place down 2 stone slabs, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 daylight detectors, all turned to the night mode. And then we're going to take our iron trapdoors and go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 iron trapdoors back like so. At this point in time, we're going to go and then go to our canards here. We're going to place down a light gray carpet here, and then 1, 2, 3 iron trapdoors and another light gray carpet. On the remaining iron trapdoors, we're just going to place down light gray carpet, and then we're going to place down black carpet on the dark oak wood trapdoors there on the very ends. With that done, we're going to then move to our vertical stabilizers, and for these, we're going to start off by placing down an iron trapdoor on top of this stone block here, and then we're going to go forward from it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone full blocks. And that right there is basically the start there for your vertical stabilizers. At this point in time, we'll also go ahead and grab our debug stick here. So again, for us Java players, and we'll go ahead and go to these pistons, and we'll right click these pistons here to get rid of that wood portion up on top there. And what that will do is help kind of give us that slight slope there to the spine of the aircraft. And we'll do the same thing also to the front here as well. With that all done though, that is going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 5 of the build, and with that we'll be moving into layer number 6. Before we go ahead and jump into layer number 7 here, I do want to go ahead and mention one quick thing. That is going to be on the front here, we do have this thing that we need to go ahead and add on, which is this lever and these two end rod, or this end rod and this chain here. Now, if you are not on Java, we can go ahead and place down just a polished black, or just a wither skeleton skull like so, and kind of works for what we're trying to create there. So you can do that as a option. However, the best option I found is to actually go ahead and be on Java to use a debug stick here and a lever. What we're going to do here is we're going to place down a block here to the side of the space, basically from this lever. We're going to go ahead and or from this end rod. We're going to go ahead and then place down a lever on the side of the block. We'll then use our debug stick here. We'll left click until we get selected face. It should say wall. By right clicking it and crouching, we can go ahead and set it to floor. We'll then left click again until we get selected facing, and we can go ahead and then right click it until we get it rotated around to face toward the front there. And then coming off of it, we're going to place down an end rod and then a chain. So it should look something like that there for the front. So just go ahead and feel free to add that on right now. Nice little detail there, and again you can use a wither skeleton skull instead of that lever there if you need an alternative thing to build. Anyways, though, that is going to complete what we have there for that layer, and with that let's move up to our next. So moving on up to our next layer, we have layer number 6. For layer 6 to get started with here, we're going to place down a nether brick slab on top of this second polished blackstone slab like so, or full block. We're going to then place down 1, 2, 3, 4 black stained glass back, a polished blackstone full block. We're going to then place down a piston. This can be replaced with a stone stair instead. Then a stone slab, a daylight detector turned to night mode, 2 iron trapdoors, and then a lever pointed backwards like so. Then going to the sides here of the cockpit, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull like that at a slight angle. Light gray stained glass pane, 2 black stained glass full blocks, and then 2 black stained glass panes back, a stone slab, daylight detector turned to night mode, and then an iron trapdoor after that. We'll then go to the piston here, and we can just go ahead and right click it and get rid of that top portion there for us Java players. After that, going ahead and moving back to our vertical stabilizers, we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stone stairs, and we're going to place down a row of light gray stained glass panes right behind those stone stairs. Or actually, sorry, rather a row of iron trapdoors. If you do not have access to a debug stick instead of iron trapdoors, I would recommend using birchwood trapdoors, as we will close these trapdoors using our debug stick here and doing selected open, and we'll set this to true, and it will lay these trapdoors flat against the back of the stairs. Again, a good alternative is to use birchwood trapdoors instead of the iron trapdoors. With that all out of the way though, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer 6, and with that we'll be moving on to layer number 7. Moving into our next layer, we have layer 7. For layer 7 to get started with here, we're going to place down a stone button on top of this black concrete, or this black stained glass block here. A daylight detector turned to night mode back, a nether brick slab, and then a nether daylight detector turned to night mode to go ahead and finish it off there for the top of the canopy. With that done, moving back to our vertical stabilizers, we're going to go ahead and just very simply place down a row of light gray stained glass panes on top of the 4 stone stairs here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll actually go ahead and go to 5. So it should be 5 like that. Yep, all on the side there, and then we're going to go out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So just like that with our glass panes. And that right there is going to finish off what we have for layer 7, and with that we'll be going ahead and moving into our last final layers. Moving into our final layers here, we have layers 8 through 10. For these layers, we're going to go ahead and go straight back to our vertical stabilizers, and we're going to go ahead and finish these off. We're going to start off by going ahead and going up from these glass panes. So on the ones on the outside here, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 4 of stone upside down stairs. On the back of these stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down iron trapdoors or birchwood, and using our debug stick here, we'll close the iron trapdoors, or birchwood, you can just go ahead and manually close them. After we have that all done there, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of stone blocks, and then an end rod sticking out toward the back. And then lastly on top here, we're going to place down 2 black concrete blocks to go ahead and finish the vertical stabilizer look there. We do have this banner that goes on this side of the aircraft that will be located right here. So coming off this stone block there, just like that to both sides there. So it's a red star, pretty iconic little symbol there on Russian aircraft. I will be showing you guys how to make that banner. So I will be going and grab the materials, and I will show you guys how to make that. Anyways though, that is going to wrap up what we have there for that, and let's go ahead and make that banner. Okay, so to make this banner is pretty straightforward. We're gonna need a loom, one red banner, 4 light gray die, 2 red die, and 1 banner pattern. This right here is gonna be the flower charge banner pattern. To get started with, we're gonna go ahead and go into our loom. We're gonna place down our red banner and our light gray die, and we're gonna go and do a line horizontally through the center, like so. We'll grab that banner, place it back into our loom. We'll remove the gray die and place our red die in, followed by the banner pattern charge. We'll get a symbol that looks like this here. We'll grab that banner, remove our flower charge pattern and our red die. We'll put our light gray die back in. We're going to go and do a line that's going to go horizontally across the top third of the banner, like so. We'll grab that banner, put it back into our loom, remove our light gray die, put our red die back in, and we're going to go and then do the diamond in the center here. That looks like this. We'll then grab that banner, place our light gray die in, and we're going to go and then do a square that comes up from the bottom here. A triangle that comes up from the bottom like so. We'll grab that, and then we want to go and just very simply do the lower third horizontal line across the bottom, and that will create our star banner. That looks just like this. This banner here will go on the sides of the aircraft, right here, basically on the vertical stabilizers. So just like that on both outer sides. And once you have that all complete right there, that is going to wrap up the in-flight version there for the MiG Project 1.44, or very simply known as the MiG 1.44. With that, we'll be going ahead and moving into the landing gear as an additional add-on for those of you that do want to have the aircraft landed. So with that, that's it for the in-flight model. Let's move on to the landed version. Okay, so when it comes to doing the landing gear, we're going to start off with the front gear. For our front gear here, we're going to start off with this section here. We're going to go ahead and break these two warp trap doors here, these two here, and then these last two right in this section. We're going to go and then break these blue cyan concrete blocks, so we're going to break those 3 out. We then want to place down a stone brick wall here. We're going to go and build down 1 and 2 more stone brick walls. We're going to break this middle wall, and in its place we're going to place down an anvil. Come off the side of this wall here, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate, open it toward the wall. We're going to place down an item frame, and then a snowball in the item frame. After that, we're going to go and then place down a stone brick top slab here. Black concrete or block of coal to both sides for the wheels. And then going ahead and making the doors, we want to go ahead and place down a row of 1 and 2 prismarine slabs, then 2 prismarine stairs. Same thing over here, 2 slabs, 2 stairs. Like so. Then on the inside here, we want to go ahead and grab stone brick slabs. We're going to place down 1 and 2 top slabs like that on the inside. And that right there will basically make the wheel there. We do also have this banner that we're going to place on the side of the wheels, which will kind of give it a little bit of a better look. And this is going to be using a green banner, and we're going to have the black border and the black horizontal line for the center. Pretty simple, and we'll just place it on the side of the block of coal there to go ahead and make the wheels there for, or basically make the rims and wheel sidewall for the front wheels. With that though, that's it for our front landing gear, and we'll move back to our rear landing gear. Okay, so when it comes to building our back landing gear, we're going to be going ahead and start off by going ahead and going to this row here. Now we're going to go ahead and find our second warped trapdoor here. We're going to break this, followed by our third and fourth. We're also going to break these 2 blue or cyan concrete blocks on the inside here. And after we have that done, we'll also break these 3 blocks like this. Now we're going to go then take our stone brick wall, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 stone brick walls coming down, and a stone brick upside stair. We then also want to go ahead and place down a row of 1, 2, and 3 of polished andesite on the inside there, like so. We're going to go ahead and then go down from the stone brick stair at an angle. We're going to place down each chiseled stone brick block. We're going to place down a lever on the side there, and a lever like this. And then we're going to place down a green shulker box coming off of it to the side here. So like this, we're going to place down a black concrete or black block of coal on the top, sides, and bottom. And then in its place in the corners here, we're going to place down polished black stone stairs. So upstairs stairs here, and regular stairs up on top there to go ahead and make this wheel. Now once we have that done, we have the kind of doors to do. What we're going to do for these doors is we're going to break 1, 2, 3, 4 of those warp trap doors, and we're going to place down 4 upside down prismarine brick stairs. So like so. We're going to go and then come down from the backs of the stairs with 2 top slabs, and then we want to then place down 2 kind of normal stairs, just like that. And once you have that done, that's pretty much it for your rear landing gear. We're going to take the same design, copy it over to the air side, and once you have that all done, that will basically wrap up the landing gear here for this build. And with that, that'll complete the landed and in-flight versions here for the MiG Project 1.44 or the MiG 1.44. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This being linked from a on the build, tweet to my channel or this video with its brand social media sites. Just make sure you give me proper credit for it, and with that, you're free to use the build for whatever projects you guys are working on. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible. As always, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a vehicle request you're choosing. So definitely feel free to check that out. And with that, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett 2x4, and I'll see you guys next time.